Working with metal, next time, Mr. Fix-It.
This demonstration uses the Sony A7Siii in a low light scenario with the 28 to 135 cinema lens. The picture profile is listed as what's loaded in the camera. The ISO settings were 12:8 and locked at that. The EV comp was set at 0, so whatever the aperture was, I honest to God didn't write it down. We went out last night and just shot. The actual recording was not exactly stable, but here it is in Final Cut Pro. This is ungraded. You can see at the top it says that it's not graded. By bringing in cinema grade, what I'm going to do in this clip is literally no more than change the exposure and the depth. None of the colors were touched for the purpose of this demonstration. So what you see here is literally the slog3 file in cinema grade. You can see none of the 3 color tabs are going to be touched. I'm only going to touch exposure and contrast. Normally I'll start with contrast and bring it up or bring it down a little bit to get the picture looking sort of clean, and then go to exposure and play around with it. You'll notice that there's a little bit of noise around the edges of the trees. The whole intent of the operation is to maintain the depth in the trees. This is not a full-blown grading operation. This is just a demonstration. I don't know that I would use this footage if I left it like this, but for the purposes of demoing it, it's just fine. You can see if you go too far, you get some noise. You can see if you go too far, you start to lose depth. So there is a balance in there. You could bring some of that out with the color corrections, but for the purpose of this, they haven't been touched. See, some of the noise still is in the edge of the trees, but you've also, in this particular shot, you've lost a lot of the clarity in the lights. I mean, this is way, way, way too far. And then when you're happy with it, go ahead and compile it. Cinema grade goes off and does its thing, and then you can play it. Thanks for watching. Hope it helps you do better video.